Welcome to Soccer as We Like It, the Man United direction, the channel for United and football fans, the biggest and best fan channel in the United States. We are talking about Aston Villa nil, Manchester United nil at Villa Park. This was supposed to be the day, the game that determines Eric Ten Hag's future. He was going to get fired today. United were going to get hammered 5 or 6-0. It is what it is. Joining me today from the UK is our analyst, Vim. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Right, Vim. I mean, we talked about the calamity and travesty after we got destroyed by Spurs last Sunday, 3-0 at
Mm,
home. Then we went to Portugal, led 2-0, fantastic, and nearly threw that game away. Then
hmm
there was the pressure started again. It's like, when you have a kettle boiling and it's already whistling, the water starting to pour out of the kettle. Then this was the game whereby Villa beat Bayern Munich. They would definitely dice and slice United into pieces. But here we are. Villa United held on, got a result to a point, and where are we today? What happens now? Is it still for INEOS to is it still for INEOS to sack or back Eric Ten Hag?
You want my opinion on this?
Yeah. Or we could start with what your take was on the match. Was the match good enough? Was it
Uh,
good
well,
enough to keep him in the job?
it was a real snooze fest. It was really boring. I don't know if you remember when LVG used to manage our club,
Oh God,
the
that was
amount of
bad.
boring football we had.
Side to side.
Yeah, it feels like we're going in that direction.
Uh,
So we're regressing. Looks like we're regressing as a club. Despite all the money we've spent and all these, all the reset we've had and all the new stuff we brought in and all the old stuff we've got rid of and
mm.
new players, it feels like we're getting worse. Um,
So even today, did you see any improvement?
no, I didn't. I
Nothing.
saw I saw the opposite of improvement. I saw regression.
Oh
I
dear.
just feel like the players are not don't look motivated anymore. They just can't be bothered and they're frustrated and they look lost. They're like lost souls. And I think someone said this. I think Gary Lineker or someone else said it that against Tottenham, they look like lost souls. I'm still seeing that they look lost. They don't know what to do. They're not playing with any purpose. I feel sorry for the team to be honest, and I feel sorry for Ten Hag that I don't know why he's hanging on. I think I read an article
17
earlier.
million payout right there waiting for him if he leaves. 17
Yeah,
million payout.
that's probably why he's holding out. But I'm sure that he feels that in his own mind he could turn this around. Um,
Do you think he
uh,
can?
I don't think he can. I don't think there is enough motivation and inspiration coming from the manager to fix this really bad football that we're seeing. So Ineos need to sit down with him, and that's probably I'm hearing that's why Sir Jim Ratcliffe has flown in, especially. And if you saw, there was like a line of six of them, upper
Yeah.
management, all sitting in a row,
Yep.
and I think they're going to be having a meeting with Mr. Ten Hag either Monday or Tuesday.
Yep.
So I think they just need to come to some kind of agreement, saying, "Look, it's not working.
I know.
Um,
You
let's
know.
call it a day." Let's everyone looks glum. The whole stadium looks glum. These upper management looks glum.
It
I look
does.
glum. You look glum. Everyone's glum.
I mean, there's nothing to, what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, with Liverpool, and as much as I hate to compare with Liverpool, Liverpool, at the time Klopp left, he left them in a good state. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
In a good state. So they already had a well-oiled machine. This guy, all he needs to do is sustain and improve. He doesn't need
yeah,
to really fix a lot. The car is running fine. Just, watch your lane and win the race.
yeah,
Us, we'll be using the same car. We've tweaked the car. We put turbochargers. We put new spark plugs, and we're still going tut, 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 like tut, 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 like what the hell?
mm,
So Ineos, I mean, do they sack him now? International break is next week. I heard there's a crisis meeting this tomorrow morning. I don't know how far that is true, but I don't know what to think. I really don't know what to say. Let me use this opportunity to welcome Mr. Smiley, representing the UK. Mr. Smiley, K, welcome to the show.
Yeah, what's happening, guys? Good.
You look glum. You don't look too happy.
United, innit? Whenever you watch United now, it's just chore.
It
Watching
seems
Man
so.
United. I watched the Tottenham game, that was exciting. I watch other teams and it's exciting. When I watch Man
Man,
United, it's
I know,
boring.
right? It's a
Boring.
sad situation to be in. Trust me, I know it's not good. It's not good. Um, but we can't stop supporting the club. This is the club we
Yeah.
love. This is the club we support. You know, the old English saying, change your religion, change your relationship. Can't change the club you support. It's just not
Mm.
done. I'm not gonna go say, I'm gonna be an Arsenal fan. Don't you think people think this guy has some mental issues, mate? We just have to suck it up, hang in
Mm.
there. Whatever the club decides to do, they want to make Ruth Van Nistelrooy the manager, or make Gary Neville the manager, hey, or even Southgate the manager. There's nothing we could do, but okay, we'll see how this is going to play out, and take the from other teams, other fans, all the banter. You saw that game today. What was your take? Was it
Well,
exciting? I mean, this was a game he was supposed to be sacked, and we were supposed to be thrashed.
I think it was just two teams that had played midweek. The energy levels was zapped.
Yeah, they
Villa,
looked
if we
tired.
played Villa on another day, they would have battered us. I think because they played Bayern, it was a massive win. They looked a bit zapped of energy. We looked a bit zapped of energy. It was just
Mm.
a dull affairs, which suited United to be honest, because yeah, they could have run right against us, and it just felt like a pre-season game almost, or end of season game. Like no one really wanted.
Nothing to win, nothing to play
Yeah,
for.
no one was playing for points. Yeah. Then did you see when Van Nistelrooy and Ten Hag were obviously disagreeing about some as well?
Yeah, I saw that. And I saw
Yeah.
Van Nistelrooy talking to Hoyland at one point in the match when they were telling Hoyland to do something like, I don't know. Yeah. But so are you still standing on he has to go?
Oh, I've been saying that for a long time, but
No, it
there's
could
no point.
change.
There's
That's
no
why I'm just
point saying
asking.
nah,
The
it's not
people want
going
to
to
know
change.
if you're still with it.
I said that from remember when I said I think I said it 3 or 4 games in that he was going to get sacked last Christmas. The only thing that saved him was the takeover. This time he's got nothing to save him. Well, we just need to have a replacement. That's the problem. The problem is people are saying we should sack him, but what if Rude doesn't want to take the job now?
Yeah,
As
and taking the
everyone's
job
assuming
as
that
an
Rude wants to
interim,
take it.
do you
Yeah,
think Rude
but
will take the job?
if we were desperate, maybe. But I don't think he'd want to take him mid-season personally.
Yeah, because it's people don't get this. Taking the say, let's say Rude takes the job this week. There's
Yeah.
so much games. There's like
Okay.
40, 50 matches to play.
Yeah.
How does he?
And
Oh,
his method is not
mm,
implemented at the start of the season. So if he's trying
exactly.
to unchange things, the management he's got, the coaching style, he might want to bring in new people.
There
So
you go.
he's going to be left with people like Ten Hag had. He might want to move players out that he doesn't want there.
There you go. Well,
It's hard.
it's a mess, mate. It's a mess, mate. So you are still Ten Hag out. Vim is
Yeah.
Ten Hag out. You saw the game on Wednesday. Martinez and Delite were an absolute shambles.
Yeah.
Today they were both dropped. Vim,
Yeah.
were you surprised that Delite and Martinez were dropped today?
Um,
Those
I
are his
think
players. Those are the people he bought.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I still think they're probably better. They're better centre backs. They can have a bad game, but the system causes people to have a bad game. I still think they are the best pairing. Although Johnny Evans was excellent today, but
He was the man of the match, man. Anything in the
he's
air, he was on
he
it.
reminds me of like a Phil Jones, like gung ho type. He was going for every single tackle. He was
Yeah,
brave,
yeah.
and you're not going to get that from him every game because the guy's going to hurt himself. and I think he did hurt himself today.
The
So in
elderly,
terms of technical ability, probably De Ligt and Martinez are the best centre backs.
right?
But yeah, interesting post. Someone posted earlier that Ten Hag didn't start any of his players, which are probably worth about 300 million or so.
Yeah.
Um,
Xerxes, Ugarte,
yeah,
Casemiro. These are all the players he bought and he signed.
yeah. Xerxes, though, for me, he looks completely lost in this team. He just came on and he was really sloppy. Just movement was poor, touch was poor. Just like it's like I can't see a single player that under this system and under this coach that we've made
Don't
better.
succeed.
No, but that we've improved. The whole point is that, if you see Thomas Frank and his squad, if you put his squad into our team under Ten Hag, they would absolutely get swamped every single week. They're just average looking squad. But Thomas Frank knows how to get the best out of his players. He's extremely motivational and inspirational.
Right.
And he's a likable type of manager that people
Right.
want to play for. And I would like to talk about his football at some stage because it's really good. And again, he's maintaining this record about scoring in a minute. I think it's the 5th game now. But and he's improved every
We got
single
them
player
after
in
the
his
international
squad.
break.
We're going to get smashed.
Old
And we
Trafford.
deserve to get smashed. Doesn't matter where it is. They play amazing football. They are pumped and ready from minute one to
Yeah,
go out
that's it.
and they just pinging that ball around, one touch as well. Great control. And I don't want to delve into too much, but I've been watching their footballs and it's really good. And I think Thomas Frank is definitely an excellent coach that
Right.
is being
So
overlooked.
you would, since he's not available on the market, Brentford are playing some
I
nice
think
mesmerizing football.
everyone's available for a
People on the
price.
market, Sav gets available.
Oh no.
Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at who are the options. Okay, who can you not say we don't go with Brood Manager? Who's gonna come in? Who's available
I
currently?
don't think there's that many choices. I don't think that's the problem. Everyone's saying sack him. There's everyone not how many people want the Man United job? We're not a attractive proposition to people.
No, we're not a trophy winning team
And if
like
you're not a
that.
strong manager at Man United, you'll get
You're gonna
swallowed up.
by the pressure, for the press, the
The press,
media,
the players.
the pundits,
So,
ex-players, the Gary
yeah,
Nevilles of this world.
so, yeah, I think
So, this situation currently, I don't think INEOS know what to do because INEOS is looking at it like we've invested in this guy. If we get rid of him in week 7, what does that say? Like I said, it's so early to give Ruud that responsibility. You still have 31 Premiership games to play. 31. That does not include the FA Cup, does not include Carabao Cup, does not include Europa League. Add all that in, you're looking 40 plus. Is Ruud ready for that? That wasn't what you. So you see what I mean? So it is very difficult for INEOS to sort out.
I don't think he's
thing
ready.
The thing that people are forgetting is INEOS tried to get another manager before they triggered his option, and they couldn't get someone. So they're not going to sack him unless they've guaranteed someone to take over. And that's what a lot of fans are forgetting. He didn't get a new contract. They triggered his 1-year option because they couldn't get another manager in. Everyone that they tried to get in clearly didn't want to come in. And that was at the start of the season.
Right.
So why would they want to come in mid-season?
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm pointing. So are they going to stick with him?
I think they need to wait until a few managers get sacked.
Managers like who?
I don't know.
So if that manager we want is being sacked, that means he ain't good enough where he is.
Yeah, but Ancelotti got sacked lots of times. He's still a great manager.
Yeah, that's true. The funny thing, Real Madrid are confused. They sacked him once.
They want him out. They want him out this season.
They want him out?
Real Madrid? Yeah, some of the Real Madrid fans want him out.
Why?
This season.
Because Mbappe is not scoring, or what is the problem this time?
I think they lost. They lost last weekend, didn't they? And I think
Madrid need to go sit themselves. Them fans need to go sit themselves down. Every team will want to be in that position. They need to go sit themselves down.
They have high standards, though, innit?
I remember there was one game. They were booing Ronaldo. They were a goal down. Second half, I think they just peed him up. His own fans were booing him. He just came back and scored 4 goals. I was doing this to his own fans. I can't hear you. Then they start
Um,
training him. They are confused out there. They are confused. So going forward, Vim, do you think he'll be there do you think he'll be there after international break? Going into Halloween?
I really don't know what INEOS are going to do. If I was part of that management and I was watching this football, and where are we now? 8 points after 7 games,
Yes.
5 goals.
Minus
I would
3.
pull the plug. I would think, well, 17 million thereabouts. I spend double that, three times that on players. Can we bear a whole season of this? I mean, last season was just bad as it is. Do we want to bear another whole season of this? I would think let's just pull the plug.
Pull the plug now?
Yeah.
Okay, pull the plug now.
only if you've got someone in there that wants the job.
That's
Because there's
another
no
bit.
point. Because this is the thing: people are assuming Ruud van Nistelrooy wants the interim job. If he doesn't want that job, pull the plug. Pull the plug. You're just going to get a shambles of a manager. So it's better the devil you know. As much as it's painful for us as fans, like I don't think there's much. I think the problem is they haven't got an interim secured, and no one really wants the job. That's the big worry.
Would you take Ole back?
Nah.
Vim?
No chance.
Sure.
No chance.
He's
Who?
available.
Who?
Ole.
Ole's always going to be available.
That
No other club wants to touch him after
exactly.
what he did at Man U.
Is that person who's always in the back? When there's a production set, he's always that guy. Always when you want me to help you guys move the stuff into the wheel. I've got free hands. He's always hanging around the studio set. He's always.
Look, I don't mind Ollie as part of coaching setup, perhaps, because he's a nice guy, and I'm sure he's
Him and
puts
Ruud
his
van
arm
Nistelrooy, would you take that pairing?
puts his arm around everyone. I think, and I've always said that I think there needs to be 2 equal managers running this club. You can't let everything rest on one man's head. It's just too much.
Right.
Every single manager that we've had since Ferguson cannot cope with it. So can you? And it's never been done. It's quite unique. But can we have 2 managers running this club? Does the Premier League's rules allow that to happen? That you've got 2 equal level, both running the show. Same as you've got board level, equal partners, whatever it is.
Right.
Why not have 2 people who can do the job? And you almost have it's like a good cop, bad cop type of relationship. One is nice, like Ollie, puts his arm around all the players, keeps them all motivated, and one is quite fierce, like Roy Keane, will just tell them off. No pissing around, and it's you almost bring that fear back into the club, into the players.
There's more like a principal and a vice principal kind of, give or take.
You need to perform, and it's difficult for one person to be good cop, bad cop. It's almost like it's this guy a bit schizo.
Right.
But you need that good cop, bad cop type of psychology to get them playing for you, but also fear you, in the sense that if you don't start playing proper football, you're going to get told off, and you're going to get benched, and you get sidelined, and right. It's like he's tried to do that firmness with the players, and
strict disciplinary.
And he did that in the beginning, but it kind of backfired in some ways. Others started to lose respect for him.
Taking the mick.
Yeah, and this is the fine balance, right? How do you get the best out of the players? How do you motivate them to also, to give you 100% every single week, also fear you, and play good football? I mean, just the way that Rashford was just making these sloppy challenges today and just giving away the ball. It's like, is he never being told off? Is he never told that you can't do that, and you've got to apply yourself 100%? He almost got red carded.
True.
Bruno with his challenges, Xerxes with his just sloppiness. Who's telling these guys that you can't do this stuff? It doesn't seem like anyone's telling them.
That's true. You make a point. Well, let me use this opportunity to welcome you. Representing the UK, we have Mr. Fortress. Ken, welcome to the show. You're mute.
Mr. Fortress is muted.
Hey guys. Hey.
Yeah, good to know.
Representing Houston Red Army, the Soul Man, Mr. Positive. Hello, mate. We watched the game together. And
Yeah.
so so after today, you saw the Wednesday, are we still 10 hug out?
Yeah, nothing's changed. It's still the same.
We
It's
got a
still the
result
same.
from Villa. We
That's
got a
not a
result with Villa
result.
Park.
It's not a result. It's not a result. It's not a result. It's not people are saying that's a result. For me, it's not. We played
United
against.
was supposed to be fresh today.
Suppose is that a good thing? Are we supposed to
I'm
start?
playing devil's advocate, right?
Should we start celebrating a draw at Villa Park? I mean, Villa Park is our second
Oh,
home for
a
crying
team
out
that
loud.
beat Bayern Munich. We can't beat Galatasaray, right?
Our second
They
home,
beat
yeah,
the
but they
mighty
were
Bayern
they were
Munich.
tied. They were tied from the obviously they got hyped up for that game. They put in 120% into that game, and they're just knackered, you know.
Right.
And they should have won the game. They created the best chances in the game. You know, we just huffed and puffed all through the game. So it's nothing to be happy about, nothing to write home about. We've got Brentford the next game. They're
Yeah.
gonna come and annihilate us at Old
Old
Trafford.
Trafford, it could
So
be,
that's
yes.
remember
Bim was talking
even
about that.
last season it took a last minute or last second McTominay goal to kind of to
Yeah,
win it.
yeah. And that was
So
with what that was not with the current manager, was it? That was someone previously, wasn't that? They got
no,
Thomas
no, it
Frank.
was yeah,
Same
no,
guy?
it's still Thomas Frank. Yeah, Ten Hag, Thomas Frank. I remember I was mowing the lawn and thinking the
Right.
game's over. But anyway, if INEOS have anything about them, you know, if INEOS are this well run, well organized, and well architected organization, they need to pull the plug this month. They need to have that meeting on Monday. And what I expect to see is a statement that this guy's gone, you know, because if we
And
could come back,
replaced by
Ruud van Nistelrooy for
it's
now,
hold on. Ruud van
yeah,
Nistelrooy, right? That would be great. That's great.
yeah,
But do you know there are 37 more Premiership games, 31,
that's what I'm saying.
FA Cup,
That's the more
League
reason.
Cup, Europa Cup. That's over 45 games for an interim
But
manager to manage. Ole
yeah,
didn't
but
have to manage that many when
Yeah,
he
but
came in.
he's not an injury. Yeah, yeah. Let's think about this. Yeah, he's managed a club before, so this was the former PSV manager. So it's not like Ollie that was managing a Cowboys team or the 17s team up in Norway. This guy has played Europa League football. I remember PSV playing Arsenal, giving them a game. So let's do that whilst we're looking for a new manager, or we could to just go and get Tuchel. He's available. He's chilling there. Give him what he wants and let's start competing.
He wants
If Tuchel,
control.
give him control.
Ineos not going to give
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 him that
him
control.
Tuchel control.
give him control. Yes. Tuchel, look, Tuchel's the only manager that I know that has given Pep problems, went to Anfield, like what's it? Klopp did not have a clue what was going on. He's the only manager that can come in and tactically battle these guys and get us top four. Yeah. If we're not sure about Tuchel, that's fine. We have to then put Van Nistelrooy in there. But what I'm saying is, whatever happens, if this guy remains in charge come the game after international break, we might as well just write off the season. I'm telling you, right, because when we get to December, it will be so bad, it will turn into a Ragnick situation where it will take 15 games to kind of get the team from. It's like when as they say, it's easier to pull down, to push down than pull up, right? If you stand on the hill, it's easier to push someone down, but pulling them up is harder. So when
Yeah,
right now, we're
that's a good
falling
point.
into a pit. We're literally degrading and degrading it. We've got worse than Ten Hag just broke his record last season, the worst start of the season of our season in the Premier League last season.
Wow.
He broke it today. So we're going down at that. So when a new manager comes in, it will take a longer time to pull us out of that pit. So the sooner we make this change, the better.
Okay. Joe. I mean, we talked about the game earlier.
I
You are still Ten Hag sustained.
I I feel if we're making analogies about being in a hole and it's being harder to pull people up, bro, this hole is 10 years deep. 10 years deep. You have somebody trying to pull us out, and now you're like all over the same saying, nah, you're not the right guy. You don't have the right tools to pull him out. You don't know what you're doing. Get him out of here. While the person gets out of there, we fall a little bit even deeper and we wait for the next guy to try to pull us out. That's where this analogy is, right? I noticed Kenneth made a comment stating that Van Nistelrooy would be a good, placeholder because, he's got Europa League pedigree. Bro, Europa League, that's the standard now? That's just like we want somebody so bad. We are willing to look at Ruud van Nistelrooy that has absolutely does not have the CV.
He played
does
for
not have
Manchester United, dude. He played for us.
and on
He
a
played for Man
managerial level.
United.
No. Not everybody that played for
And
Manchester United
he's
should
managed in Europe.
manage. Should anyone that played for
I'm saying
Manchester United
One
be
at
able
a
to
time,
manage Manchester
one at
United?
a time. Joe,
That's
finish
Wait,
your
is
one
point.
playing for
scenario.
no. Is
That's one
playing
of
for
the
Manchester
scenarios.
United
Joe,
a
finish your point,
prerequisite to
then
manage Manchester
Ken
United?
will have a minute to rebuttal. Go on, Joe.
What I'm saying
I don't
is,
understand you.
what I'm saying is, everybody like I want to see a plan. The same way we desire a plan on the pitch, the same way we don't see a strategy on the pitch. I don't see for everybody that's trying to sack the manager. I don't see the strategy of sacking the manager. You guys do not have a strategy
All
on
right,
what
let's
to
leave
do
him.
next.
Let's leave him then. Let's leave him. Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
let's just keep
It doesn't
losing.
matter.
Yeah, let's lose him because we
No,
can't find anyone
listen.
else.
If we can't find anybody else, we fail to understand that it could actually get worse.
No, he can't.
You just
It
throw
can't.
somebody in it.
It can't get
Listen,
worse.
One at a
it could
time.
get
One
worse.
at a time.
No, I'm
one
not
at a
having
time.
that. I'm tired of people
Okay, so
saying that it can only
you think
it can never
you think
get worse than what we are now. No chance.
so you think Everton is the bottom?
He's the worst that we've had. Yes. It's the worst Premier League record start to the season we've ever had. It's not going to get any worse. It can't.
Okay.
I'm being serious.
All right, Ken, in reference to what Joe had just said, he's saying the Ruud van Nistelrooy might not be the most adequate qualified person to fill in those shoes. Then I'll get
I agree.
Bim and
I
Kate
agree.
to join in that.
I agree. But as an interim, whilst we're working on something, if we know, okay, look, Liverpool's manager was third choice. They
Right.
stumbled on him. He wasn't like, this is the plan. They didn't have a strategy. Okay, we're going to go all out to get Anna Slot. No, they went all out to get Xabi Alonso. It didn't work. They went all out to get Ruben Amorim. It didn't work. They said no, and then they thought, okay, who else is there? Who else plays good football? Oh, okay. This guy came from the Dutch league like Ten Hag as well. They stumbled on him.
Liverpool were
No,
already a well-oiled machine.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
But everyone was
this
saying
is to sustain.
exactly. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what then. So everyone was saying, "Oh, Liverpool are going to struggle. How can you
Gonna flop.
take away
Yeah.
Klopp?" And
True.
my man comes in, and they're even looking better.
Yeah. Look
Look
at the
at
pressure
Gravenberch.
to follow.
Makes
Yeah.
it- makes-
to
makes-
follow
makes-
Klopp.
Exactly. Look at Gravenberch. That was a bit part player coming off the bench.
Okay.
Was really like outskirts. My man's the key. He's the cog of the team. That's what good manager. You come, you look around. Okay, look, and that's something I was expecting from ETA. Do something. Maybe Sancho could have played at number 10, or just do something. Ahmad at number 10. Change it up. Do something. Do you know what I mean? So when people say there's no good managers out there, there is. There is. You just need to
To
find
add to
them
that,
and
Ken,
take a leap of faith.
Okay, come in,
Ken,
Mr.
Ken,
Smart.
to
Come
add to
in.
that,
Come in
he
there.
signed
Come on.
no players. The only player he signed was Chiesa on deadline day. He's not even added to that squad, and he's coming off the clock and done that.
So Liverpool are doing very well. I mean, yes, yes, it does ask for concern, whereby a manager comes in his first season in a new league in England, the most physical league in the Europe or in the world, should I say? And this guy is acting like he's been there longer than 8 weeks.
9 wins in 10. Let that sink in. This was something that Klopp didn't even do. When in his peak, when Liverpool were winning leagues and won the league and champions, Klopp didn't even do 9 wins in 10. My man's come in and just it's walking, and Liverpool are actually more controlled now. The way they control games, it's like everything is all like planned. I just don't know. Yeah.
Vim, I don't know where we go with this now. Van Nistelrooy, should he?
Yeah.
I mean, should he be given that opportunity?
I think it's going to be a too big a job for him. I'm, first of all, does he want the job? Secondly, can he take on this mammoth task?
It's a huge job, mate. It's a huge job.
Yes, we are in a hole, and we get managers in to pull us out of this hole. But I think Ten Hag has fallen into the hole, so he needs someone to pull him out as well.
So you need a rescue mission required.
Yeah, so it's like he's dropped into the hole himself and thinks, shit, I'm inside this Man United curse. How do I get out? So, is Van Nistelrooy there to pull him out? Is INEOS there to pull him out, or do we just let him fall to the bottom of the hole and disappear down the drain pipe? I think we can't save Ten Hag. I don't think anything can save Ten Hag.
Well,
I think he's dead and buried. Unfortunately.
Right. So apart from Joe, everyone here wants Ten Hag out. I expecting we'll welcome a statement tomorrow saying he's done.
Yeah, but I wanted him to succeed. Yeah, and I've always wanted him to succeed. But the football, we are regressing with the football. You must be seeing this from last season that the football is just getting worse and worse, and we're just piling more money onto this to try and fix this problem. It's like putting plasters over plasters and hoping that the wound's going to heal. It's not healing. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse. And doesn't matter what players we bring in, they just completely lost in this approach that we have of playing elite football. I'll tell you something else about other teams later, but yeah, that's my 2 cents on this.
Let me use this opportunity to welcome Bem, the controversial one, representing Houston Red Army, United States. Bemsy, welcome to the show.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? What's going on?
We're not bad. We're not bad. We are saying it seems more people, the polls are pointing that Terry Ten Hag should be released from his job tomorrow. And should Ruud van Nistelrooy accept that position if offered? What's your take?
I mean, I don't think Ruud is gonna be the answer anyways, but he's not experienced enough. But I guess you give it to him for the rest of the season. Let's see what happens. I mean, we can't do any worse,
games,
right?
Man. It's a lot of games. We're only week 7.
But I would imagine that the club have done the due diligence, have talked to different managers to figure out the ones they want.
Are you saying Ten Hag is done?
I mean, he's done, man. You can see it's clear as day. He's done. He's done. There's no. I mean, in as much I want Ten Hag to stay, I don't want him to be sacked. Like, I'm not Ten Hag out.
Right.
But I do understand that it's
inevitable.
It's gonna happen. It's at the end of the road. I don't agree with this today. I don't agree with what he did today at all. It really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Donny Evans was man of the match.
And that tells you everything, man. That tells you we can't see a style of play at all. Like, there's no, like, we look terrible to watch, man. Real terrible. Like, I was crying. Like, you look like we could play that game for 10 years and we won't score a goal. We didn't look like we could even score. Like we had no, like, we weren't creating the chances. Like, it was just dead. It was dead. It was really sad to watch. And like, I feel bad when I'm watching other teams, because I'm like, I wish I was a fan of the 19 other clubs in the Premier League other than United. That's where I feel. That's how bad we play. Right. But you just give it. I mean, you have no choice but to give it to Ruud. I don't know who's gonna come in right now. It's pretty much gonna be Ruud for the rest of the season. I don't know. Just one quick thing before I mute, but there was a little clip. Ruud and Ten Hag on the bench. They were having a conversation.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Yes.
It didn't look like a good conversation, man. It looked.
They were arguing.
Yeah. That tells you everything, because I'm sure, because Ruud, that didn't look like Ruud did not agree with the way we were set up. He didn't agree with something,
Yeah,
obviously, and it
yeah,
looked like
argument.
Ten Hag. Looked like Ten Hag was disagreeing with him. So that tells you a lot.
So obviously, from
Right.
all indications, everyone here, apart from Joe the Soul Man, you guys
Speculation.
are looking, hoping, believing, and are prepared to accept a statement tomorrow saying Ten Hag has been sent packing.
I don't think he's going to get sacked. I don't think they're going to do that.
You don't think they're going to sack him tomorrow?
No, I don't think they are. Because he got a point, they're not going to sack him.
A
They're going to
point.
delay it.
So say we got beaten 4-0 today.
Yeah, if we got spanked
Sack.
today, they would have been,
Sack.
100% they would have sacked him.
Sack.
Wow.
Easy.
So are we?
But
so
then,
should we
but then,
write?
do
So
you
we're
guys
going to
think
write off the
that's?
season then? We're going to write off the season.
Go
Oh
on,
yeah,
Ben.
I
but
think
do you
they've
think
written off the
that's
season
the right way
already.
to
One
run
at
a
a time,
club?
one at a time, one at a time. Go on, Ben.
The
Go on.
season got written off when they gave him they extended his option. The season was written off then.
Wow.
If you
Ooh.
don't
Hey,
you?
that's deep.
I will say this right now. I think INEOS they're not running. They're not doing things right, man. Is in if you're gonna sack Ten Hag, like you should have sacked him a long time ago. One,
For
two,
Ben, they
like
looked for
yeah,
new managers
Wait,
first.
okay,
yeah. That's
let Ben finish.
I'm,
Let
I'm
Ben make his
because
point.
I've never been Ten Hag out, right? I've never been. I'm always I've been Ten
You've
Hag
been you've
in
been you've
Premier
been
Munch.
giving him
Yeah,
more opportunities, yeah.
but then I will say this: if INEOS are gonna, if you're gonna sack him, why do you have to wait? Why do you have to wait till we get smashed before you before you sack him? That's not. That's. I mean, we supposedly are supposed to be a big club, right? And this is why I say we're no longer a big club.
But
Because
Ben, do
if
you
we're
know
a
why
big
that is?
club, you'd have been sacked a long time ago. You see what I'm
Ben,
saying? If you comparing us to
Ben, that's
Barcelona's
incorrect.
then, no,
That's
it is
Hold
incorrect.
correct.
on, K, hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
Incorrect.
Ben, finish.
You know, no, it. See, we are no longer a big club anymore. Because
Yeah, I
if
know
you are
that.
supposedly a big club, he would have been sacked after the FA Cup game. So I mean, you
But
guys
how
have
many
to
people wanted
understand.
him
So,
to
hmm,
stay here in this
yeah.
chat? There's a lot of
You,
people here that, oh, he won the FA Cup, keep him. Do you know how many fans were saying that? They even wrote letters to the club. That's how much of a shambles our club is. It's shameless. People were writing letters to keep him. We lost 14 games in the league, and people were saying keep
That's a
him.
lot. That's a lot.
I
That's a
understand that,
shambles.
but at the same time, you have to give credit for winning two
What big club
back-to-back
will do
Yeah,
trophies,
that?
though.
because
Ben? What
You
big
have
club will do that?
to. I mean, we're not a big club. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. 14 games, and we
We're
still
not.
people still
We're not
think
a big.
see,
We're no longer a big club.
I think that's the
Yeah,
problem. You're judging us on us being a big club. We are no
no,
longer a
I'm not
big
yeah.
saying
We're
club.
no
so.
longer a big
That's
club
why I'm saying they're not
anymore.
So
going to sack him.
Yeah.
we are no longer
Yeah,
we are not at the level of a team that should not expect to that
exactly.
we are currently at a club that should be like 14 losses. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Like we are not at the level. We are not,
We're not.
right? So for you, like with the way we're playing right now, how many losses would you say the team should be the standard with our current team and the way we're playing? Regardless of where we are, injuries or whatever, how many games should you say Manchester
7 top.
United Football Club?
All right,
7 times.
ask them individually.
No more than 7.
Start with K. How many games should this current team in the Premier League,
In the league,
not chasing the
no
league
more than
title,
7.
but fighting for top 4? How many games should they?
No more than 7.
No less than 7. Bems.
I agree with Kay. I was even gonna say 6. If you're gonna fight with top 4, I was gonna say 6. Yeah, I agree with Kay on that. We shouldn't be losing more than that. If you want to be
Contenders
considered
for top 4.
a top 4 club, yeah, we shouldn't be losing that many games at all.
Okay.
Ken.
Mhm.
It depends. We have to consider draws as well. You know, if you lose 5 games and draw most of your games, you probably will make top 4. So top people that make top 4, there's more wins than draws and defeats.
Yeah,
I'd
true.
say, yeah, it's a lot of you have to be able to put together
Some
at
wins.
least 5 consecutive wins
We
before
haven't
you
done
lose.
that.
So if you don't do 5 wins, you lose one or lose a couple, then you've got to do another 5 and then lose before you drop points. That's how you guarantee top 4. Yeah.
Vim.
So this is to get top 4.
Yeah, how
mean,
many?
this
And
is
this
No,
current
no.
United
This
squad,
is
this current United squad, right? This current United squad, as it stands, what should be the minimum number of games they should be
this
losing in
current
this season
squad.
in the just the Premier League?
I mean, the value of this squad and what we're trying to get back to,
Yeah,
we have to get at least 30 wins under our belt for the Premier League campaign alone.
30
No,
wins.
losses. We're talking losses.
Yeah,
Losses.
Maximum
so then
losses.
that gives you what?
Losses in the Prem. In the Prem.
In the Prem, I don't think we should get more than 5 losses. You know, we can have a
You
few
want to win
draws
league title?
put in there.
No, we can't
Well,
do that.
I think that's what we're aiming to get back to, right? I mean, look at Man City season and Liverpool season. Even Arsenal, how many games did they lose? You know, when they were second place, or even first. How many games did they lose? I think City didn't lose a single game when they won one of the years. Arsenal, I think, maybe lost 2 or 3 games at most. Liverpool, when they were neck and neck with City, I think maybe lost 1 or 2. City went on an unbelievable run. I think 5 losses is where we should be aiming for. And
we've lost how many so far?
I don't know how many we lost so far.
I think we've lost 3.
I'm losing count. I'm losing motivation to keep up.
We've got
8
8 points, haven't we?
For me, this season is dead.
8 points from 21 games, from 21 available. It's quite poor. I mean, not even
We're
21,
14th.
half
We're
of the
14th in the
11.
league.
14th in the league.
We're 5 points clear of the relegation zone.
Relegation zone.
How many points from
14th
the
in
top?
league.
How many points from the top?
We're
How many points are we behind
from the
Liverpool?
top than we are from the-
10 points behind. 10 points
10 points
They're
behind
on 18.
Liverpool.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know, Kenny and Kay, you probably, you know, we're lucky we get to see Match of the Day and we get to see all the other highlights of the teams. But there's also a league, Championship League highlights show as well. And I was watching it yesterday, and you should see the quality of the teams below us in the Championship.
Yeah.
They would smoke us, Man United, the way we play. That the way we're going right now, we're at danger of being relegated if we keep playing football like this. And if we get into the Championship, I don't think we'll even come back quickly. Because some of those teams, they play much more.
It's a slugfest down there.
You guys are being ridiculous.
And no, you have to, Joe, you need to watch some of these teams. Norwich, for example. Have you ever seen Norwich play football at the moment?
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen them and play football in the Prem too.
No,
not in the Prem.
I'm talking
about now.
I'm talking about now. I watched them play last night. They would smoke us. There are some teams in Championship that could beat us in the current form we're in. And honestly, our football is so bad that you need to watch Championship to see how bad we are. We would on this trajectory. If we go down, we ain't coming back up for a little while because this team is absolutely shite. The football is so bad.
Look at Coventry last season.
Yeah.
They were even in the Championship. They demolished us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wolves, if you look at the league, if you look at the league now, Wolves are bottom of the league. Are we, if we go to Molineux, are we gonna win that game? No chance. They're bottom of the league, bottom of the league.
Yeah.
If we play them today.
Yeah. The point I'm trying to make is our football is so bad that really we would struggle against Championship teams.
So from all indications.
And also Tottenham, okay? Tottenham thrashed us 3-0 last week. They went 2 goals up ahead today, and then they let in 3. When Brighton upped the pressure on them, they crumbled. We could not even get anywhere. We couldn't do anything of the sort to Tottenham
to threaten
their goal.
Came to Old Trafford.
This is and stonked us 3-0 to make them look like absolute stars. But they're quite fragile at the back, and we couldn't test them. We can't test them. Brighton just turned it up. Second half, bam, 3 goals in. We are really bad playing bad football.
Spurs are not a great side. Spurs are not great. We were just bad last Sunday. We were just bad. Defending was poor.
When you look at our team, when other teams look at our team, they look at our team and say, "Who's a threat in our team? Who's going to score goals?" There's no one in our team that's a threat. There's none of our players.
Actually, there is one. No, there's Garnacho. Garnacho is the threat.
Garnacho's trash, man.
He's lost it.
But he's the only.
Garnacho's trash now.
He's the only threat.
He's got off the bench.
Let Kay finish his point.
None of our players will score more than 10 goals, league goals this season.
Wow.
I guarantee it.
Wow.
Because we are that rubbish.
Wow. Okay.
And that's the problem. They come to our team, they just know to shut off the wide men, and that's it. There's no one up there that's gonna trouble us. We've got no killers in our team. We're expecting players like Garnacho, Rashford, Hoyland to be a threat. I said it the season before last. We should have got a striker. That was the biggest thing we did was not getting a striker. And that's
But
what
if
I
we
said
do
about.
get a striker, can we even provide the support or the chances for the striker?
Tim, what did I say when about Weghorst? We should have kept him as a plan B or C.
Right.
He
Yeah,
he holds a structure for us, and people play off him. We can't even keep the ball up there. No one can.
Yeah, people were expecting
him
to score 20 goals, but he's not a goal scorer. He's more of a
So
team
what
holder.
do you think of Xerxes then?
Oh,
Xerxes is a good player, but he's coming to a chaotic team. He's not going to do well in this team. No one's going to do well in this team.
He was really bad today.
Yeah, but he didn't have a good
he's
season with Aviva.
Yeah, but I just his work rate. He just looks disinterested.
He doesn't look fully fit. He doesn't look fully fit.
I'm not sure
I
if he's.
I think. Do you know what it is? I
if
think
he's another Martial.
One at a time. Go on,
Vim,
finish.
You are out of here, man.
No, I think any player that comes to United dies. That's all it is.
One at a time.
What do you mean, Joe?
No, hold on. Ken, finish your statement. You were saying something.
I think any player that comes to Manchester United Football Club at this present point in time dies. That's why we need a coach. We need a clear style of play. Once you have a clear style of play, then the players can come in and do what. But when there's no clear style of play, you're playing Johnny Evans and Maguire. Why?
I mean, the Johnny Evans and Maguire was after the stink De Ligt and Martinez produced on midweek.
Okay, that tells you.
Or is it rotation?
That tells you the manager doesn't know what he's doing. Because if you know what you're doing, you would know. You would say, okay, these are my centre backs. Yeah, so these are my centre back. I'm going to coach them. I'm going to play them, and I'm going to show them that. Remember when Gabriel was having a howler with Arsenal? Everyone's like, get rid of him. Even Arteta had enough of it. He went and got Timber. Timber was bought for it to play centre back, but Gabriel stepped up. Why? Because of coaching. He kept coaching and coaching. Now look at Gabriel and Saliba, the two solid rocks in this. You can't keep chopping and changing. If ETH has anything about, I dare him to play Maguire and Evans against Brentford. Watch, we will get spanked. Play those two against Brentford.
He might just do that.
We're supposed to get spanked today.
He's not going to be able to play Maguire against Brentford because he's injured anyway.
Joe, come on.
I dare him to.
Joe, come on. You could hear what they're saying. Do you agree with what they're saying?
No, I just want to touch up on Mr. Vim's issue with Xerxes all over the sudden. Bro, come on, man. Listen, I feel like Xerxes does what he does far better than Weghorst, right? Like somebody that hold up play, like when Xerxes came in, we must have been watching a different game. When Xerxes came in, I felt like we moved the ball a little bit better. He holds the ball a little bit better. Yes, he's not the finished product. He needs a little bit of time. But unfortunately, that's the situation that we're in right now. We do not have any players. We don't have any, we don't have the time to allow new players to settle in, develop. It's only been 7 games. He hasn't even really been starting like that. I think Xerxes is somebody that can definitely benefit this team. It can definitely benefit another manager if INEOS decides to make that move, right? And I've always said, right, I trust I trust the process, right? And right now the process is INEOS. And if that process does not include Ten Hag, then I am at a point where I may not agree with it, but I will accept it. Simply because of what I've seen on the pitch and what I've seen with certain players. And I'm just starting to see certain mistakes that I saw with previous managers. And we're going right down the same road. So, but like, leave my man Xerxes alone. Right? Let them.
So you just want to defend.
Is he your poster boy, Joe?
He's not my poster boy, but I think what's happening is Vim's got these glasses. In this case, I would say contact lenses.
Maybe I need to wear glasses.
But like
he was atrocious today.
Nah, Vim, you're down bad. Vim is down bad.
What do you mean I'm down bad?
It means there's nothing about this club, right? That you will appreciate. There's nothing about this club that you see as something positive until you get what you want, which is the sacking of the manager, and that's wrong. Well, I think you're going out of your way to slander certain players that are really trying to work. Right? These are our youngsters. These are players that we need to build this team moving forward. There's a core group of players in this team, right, that I want to see after the next purge. Right? There are certain players in this team that I could care less if I see them going. The same way, if INEOS makes the move to expel Erik ten Hag, I'm fine with it. If they make the same move to expel Bruno, Rashford, Eriksen, Lindelof, Maguire, Onana, Anthony, Casemiro. Those are the players that I feel INEOS would have to be looking at, like summertime. Let's see what we can do to move them, keep them moving. Until that's done, I don't think there is a single soul. There is not a soul on this planet that can fix this team. I guarantee that, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. So with Xerxes, if he's going to be the future of his club, he's going to have some purpose. I don't feel he's playing with any sense of purpose. I think he's coming to a lost team. He looks lost himself. I don't think he could apply himself today. Yes, he's got a better touch than Weghorst. Weghorst has got an excellent work rate. Xerxes' work rate's going to have to improve, but yes, he's coming to a mess. He's definitely coming to a mess, and he looks completely lost. I mean, he had so much space around him, he couldn't even get past a player with just a little shift, a little shift to the right, and just move on past the player. He just looks lost at sea. But then most of our squad does.
Right.
We definitely need to change this trajectory that we're on. That's what I'm saying. If it's Ten Hag to go, fair enough, but something has to change.
All right. Let me bring in Bems and Ken. Well, I'll go with Bems first. Bems, Xerxes, is he in a very bad situation, which is making him look bad? Bim is saying he looked very bad. Joe is saying he needs more time. Where do you stand on this, Bems?
I mean, I don't know how fans expect players to perform in this kind of environment. I really don't. I don't know, man. It's not. I mean, you have a whole team that's not doing well, and you somehow expect Xerxes to save the team. It's not possible, man.
I didn't say it has to save the team.
I mean, what else? You
basically called him lazy.
One at a time.
Yeah,
Garnacho's up for it.
Like, I mean, that's Garnacho. Garnacho's been in the club longer than. Yeah, but Garnacho's been in the club longer than Xerxes. He just came in. Like, what do you expect from Xerxes? He's only been here a few weeks. Like, I don't really understand. I mean, I remember the time when Patrick Evra came to the club. The dude was shit for 6 months, 7, 8 months.
Evra was horrible.
When Vidic came
in, they were horrible.
Vidic was shit. Yeah, they were horrible. But they came into a good team.
A very organized
Xerxes
team.
That's coming into it. Yeah, very organized. You're asking Xerxes that's coming into a team that's not organized. It doesn't really have the confidence. You expect him to do so well. I mean, yeah, I agree. Xerxes should play better. Yeah, but you're not gonna get. I mean, the guy looks like he's playing without confidence, man. You can see him. He doesn't look right. The team, like the way we play, everything is disjointed. So, I mean, I know, like, I've seen the way Xerxes play. The guy can play. He's a baller. He's a very good link-up player. He could improve in front of goal. But I think if we had our shit right, if we were playing better football, we were more organized. You would see a better performance from Xerxes. That's what I think. But I mean,
okay.
Just give it time.
Xerxes, is this a hit or miss, or it's too early to make a decision on Xerxes? 7 games in, plus the FA Cup, they have little games in Europe. What's your take on Xerxes so far?
Yeah, today he didn't play well, but I'm gonna have to agree. I agree with what Bem said. Any player that comes here will die in this system. That's just how it is. Trust me. If you bring in De Bruyne, Rodri, Van Dijk, and who else, Saliba, into this team, they will die. I'm telling you that now. They will literally die.
Wow.
We will be the same. They won't make any difference. Why? Because there's no system. There is no system. It's the system, the tactics that bails you out. Players they're human beings, they're not robots. I think sometimes fans expect players to perform miracles week in, week out. It doesn't happen. They all have families, they all have emotions. Like right now I've got a slight cold that I'm nursing. If I played football, I won't perform. I don't think I'll play as good as I will when I'm feeling great. Or sometimes they have arguments with, I don't know, with family members, or maybe one of the children at hospital, or something's happened, it affects performance. However, when you have a system, the system bails you out. Erik ten Hag sets up the team to expose players. You put in Zexi there, what support is he getting? You put in new centre backs, what support? You put in what's his name? Ugarte, you leave him exposed against Liverpool. So this is what keeps happening. That's why we need it. We've never had a coach since apart from what's his name, Mourinho and Van Gaal, that had a clear style of play in terms of they had a system. And that's why if you look at those managers, there were times when, yes, Van Gaal, people said it was boring, but I remember the game that we went to Anfield, and I've never seen us play as good before. We dominated Liverpool at Anfield. Never happened before, even under Sir Alex. Remember when Mata scored that bicycle kick?
Yes,
that game is the best in modern day era that we've had. So that's what it is. We don't have a system, therefore any players that come in will die.
Okay. Xerxes, quickly.
Oh, just real quick, I just want to make a point that players coming to Manchester United and dying is an issue that predated Erik ten Hag.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Because those managers didn't have a system.
What's his best position? I don't think Ten Hag
okay, go on.
So I think that's a problem. It's just like Sancho. He's doing the same thing that he did to Sancho with Xerxes. You're playing him in a position that it's not utilizing his strengths, it's showing his weaknesses. And this is the problem with Ten Hag. No one in this team looks good or looks strong at their strengths. They all look weak because of the system. And a good manager will minimize your weaknesses and increase your strengths. And that's the crux of it. It's as simple as that. None of our players look good because they're not put in a position to show their strengths.
Wow. So the system now is failing these players who are good in previous clubs. They come to United and they crash. That's what you're saying. That's what you're all agreeing to.
It's not just that. The respect for Ten Hag, the way he treats players. I don't know. I think people are noticing it now more than ever that he's
stubborn. We know that.
No, it's not even just stubborn. If he was one of your friends, if you had to go out with him, say, imagine you were going on a first date with Ten Hag, you'd just think he's a weird guy because of the way he acts. He's not really. The way he communicates, I don't know how to explain it.
Do you think it's on the spectrum?
Why?
Is it the language?
What is going on?
No. Kay's making a point here.
Yeah,
Ten Hag is on the spectrum.
Yeah, he's not really someone.
He's just fucking German. Like
no,
what's the
he's
problem?
not. I think he's on the spectrum.
Dutch. That's just listen, bro. You understand?
I've seen
that's them.
People with more personality
bro.
than
One at a time.
Coleman is the same way. Like the English.
He's not.
Look at his just his whole mannerisms.
Well, he does that shaking of his head
like does not compute. Does not compute. Yeah. I think he's on the spectrum.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean by that, right?
You are out of Vim. You are out of order.
Yeah,
no, I think he is.
In England,
not the only one that's noticed.
Okay, one at a time. Okay, finish off.
I don't even think it's a disrespect. I don't think he's got interpersonal skills. You know, like if you
No,
went
it
to a
doesn't.
job in, I remember they were saying that at Tottenham. Remember why Tottenham rejected him? It's more to
No.
do with his
What did they
mannerisms
say?
and I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was. They were saying
Yeah,
basically
what
about
did
his
the Sun
personality.
say about what Tottenham said? What did the Sun say about
Nah,
what
not the
Tottenham said?
Sun. People have said it.
The Sun said it's very sunny
personality.
down in Tottenham.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That just goes to show how much you should listen to the Sun, because there's nothing sunny about what happened in Tottenham today.
It's
No,
like
no.
what
To
I
be
found
honest,
out
Bev.
yesterday.
Sorry, not Bev. Yeah, Joe. Just to let you know, it's been mentioned several times, not just the Sun, that his communication skills are not good. They're not. The players are struggling to understand his communication.
But can we say, Ken,
yeah,
these players don't understand anybody. They don't understand. Hold on. They don't understand the Dutch manager. Don't understand the Norwegian. Don't understand the German. Don't understand the Portuguese. Don't understand another Portuguese. Who the fuck do they understand?
No,
And when
the answer to that, the answer to that,
they don't answer.
His own previous players don't understand him anymore.
Yeah.
The likes of Delete.
To solve all this, just, you know what, to make everybody happy that they can understand, just bring Southgate. He speaks English. At least it's not.
Oh, come on.
No. If that is where we are, if that's
they're
where
not
we
going to
are,
bring Southgate. That's a distraction.
Wait a minute.
That's where we are.
I need to know. Vim, would you receive Southgate right now if Ten Hag gets sacked?
Not as a tactical coach, not as a number one.
No, but Vim, if you had the ultimatum, keep Ten Hag.
What do you want him to do? Like make the team? Obviously, he's coming in to manage this team.
No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I said not as the number one.
He
coach.
is coming as number one,
yeah,
mate.
No, not as that, because he has no.
What would you bring in Southgate to do then?
Bring him just to kind of talk to the players and listen to the tactical
players.
coach. Yeah. Listen to the tactical coach. What's our game plan, boss? Right. I'll go speak to the players.
Eject Vim right now, please. Eject Vim, please.
I'm serious, yeah.
So
Joe,
Vim is saying he wants Southgate as an
he's not a
interpreter.
tactical coach.
No, but Vim, imagine if you only had two choices: Ten Hag or Southgate. Are you keeping Ten Hag? Ten Hag or are you keeping Southgate?
That's a question. That's a question of the week. Vim?
Let's go around.
Let's go around. That's a good one.
Okay.
So Vim, Ten Hag or Southgate? It's one or the other.
As the manager, not the team man,
not a team interpreter
the
motivator.
No.
Just
communications coach. No,
I wouldn't hire him to fix the printer.
Is this for the rest of the season or for indefinitely or next?
Indefinite, yeah.
Indefinitely.
Long term.
Yes.
I would take, if it was end of season.
No,
I would take Southgate.
Now,
if it's now, I would take Southgate on a 1-year contract.
Okay, that's
1-year contract.
That's fine.
Nothing else.
Let's go, Joe. Ten Hag or Southgate?
Absolutely, positively, no fucking way. And I would encourage Garrett. I wouldn't hire Southgate to fix the fax fucking machine, man.
Oh, come on.
No, absolutely not.
No.
I wouldn't bring him in to fix the fax machine, bro. No, absolutely not.
Next week, Ten Hag or Southgate, starting on Monday.
Who did you say?
Ten Hag or Southgate? Next week.
Yeah, Southgate all day. At least with Southgate, he wins the games you expect to win. Look in the Euros.
That's a good.
He wins the games you expect to win.
Come on now.
Look at the shock level in America.
That's his opinion.
Mate, you're causing a shock.
Bambu will come to you. Bambu will come to you.
At least with Southgate, he only bottles it in the big games. We're bottling it every week with
every week. Yeah.
Okay, fine. That's your opinion. I respect it. Mr. Fortress, next week, Southgate or Ten Hag?
Southgate. I'm going with Southgate on a 2-year contract. Yes.
These guys are
Let's try something. Look, remember what I said about Liverpool?
You know, the
Third
last time
choice.
Southgate managed the club,
Third
they got relegated.
choice.
You know that, right? The
Yes,
last
that's
time he
them.
managed the club, they got relegated.
Okay.
And that
Do you
team,
know why I'm going to go with
same,
Southgate?
hold on,
Do
that
you know why I'm
same
going to
Funny
go with
enough, we're in a
Southgate?
relegation battle.
that same team have never returned back ever.
I know,
They've never
but
come back.
but that was then. Can I tell you why? Straight away, Rashford's off the team. That's for sure. If Southgate comes, Rashford's gone. You know that, right?
That's
Yeah.
not true. That's absolutely
You will
not
be
true.
surprised.
He's never picked him for England. They've dropped him for England. He
He
doesn't
picks
play
him all
for
the time.
England.
He picked them all the
See,
time for
you know what?
England before he
Hey, Tim,
stopped.
can I say something?
Yeah.
Tim,
Yeah.
can I say something?
I'm coming to you now. I'm coming to you, Ben.
Okay.
Next week, this Monday, Southgate or Ten Hag starting a new job, or you continue with Ten Hag, or you employ Southgate. Who are you going with? Where's he gone?
He's gone walking.
I think
muted. You're
the
muted.
Richter scale has
He's
affected
done.
these
He's
guys
done.
in the
You
USA.
ruined him.
Had enough.
Are you
Benz,
going to
you're
roll the
muted.
dice? Benz, you're muted.
Man.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, Benz.
Yeah.
Next
What's up?
week.
Yeah. Okay.
Next
So
week, Southgate or
I,
Ten Hag?
I think the English fans are okay.
I see the
Southgate
whole
or Ten
English
Hag.
crew have gone with
I
Southgate.
will
It's one or the
I
other.
would take Ten Hag anytime, any day over Southgate.
Mhm.
Southgate. I mean, you know what? I would even take.
Including
I
new manager
mean,
bounce. Remember new manager bounce? We did
I
that.
don't. I would take Ole over Southgate. Like Southgate is
Whoa.
useless.
Wow.
See,
Whoa, that's a
You
different
think?
level.
I'll
You
I
think
would,
tell you
Ole's
yeah,
gonna
this.
get
I would.
England to the
I'll
Hold
tell you
final?
on,
this.
hold on.
Yes,
No.
I
I'll
think
tell
so.
you this. I'll tell you
Let's
this.
Yeah.
You think
I'll tell
Ole's
you
gonna
this,
get
right?
England to the final?
I take
Wait,
Ole.
wait,
I
wait,
take.
wait,
I trust
wait.
Ole
Let me finish.
over Southgate with England.
Wait,
Wow.
Benz,
The
finish.
English fans are, man, you guys are yo-yos, man. I swear to God. Like, I mean, man,
It's
you
based
guys are
on what we're
complaining
seeing
about Southgate.
today.
No,
We're on
wait.
about
Let me
today, yeah.
finish.
Benz, finish.
Let me
Let Ben
finish.
finish. Let him
Go on,
You
go
finish.
on, go
guys,
on.
you guys complain about Southgate. You don't want him, but because things are going bad, oh, you know what? I'll take Southgate over Ten Hag. I mean, how do
Because
you
we're
guys
14th.
even? I mean,
No,
you guys
we're
even
not.
think before you
We're
But
talk,
Ben,
or
14th,
Ben,
you
Ben,
Ben.
think before
we're not
you
taking.
like?
We're not talking about.
I mean,
He's our first choice. We're
man,
just saying about one or the other.
One or the other, yes.
One or
One
Yeah,
or
the
we're
the,
not
other.
remember, it's
saying
one or the
we
other.
want him as our first choice.
it's well, if you want Southgate, if he comes, I won't be doing this podcast with you anymore. I that's the time I will no longer be a United fan. That's it. You guys
Yeah, what
can
if we
have United to yourself.
if he goes on a run
Good
and
luck.
surprises you? What if he goes on a run and
I
surprises
will
you?
no
What are you gonna
longer
do then?
be a United fan. I
Ben,
will
I
no longer
guarantee
be a
he ain't
United fan anymore.
disappointed again
Ben,
this season.
supposing he takes you to a Champions League final.
There you go. What
That
then?
is impossible. It will never happen. You guys are
Okay.
It's not
deluded.
possible. It's
That's
not
what I'll
possible.
say.
Right.
You
That is
guys are
not
all
possible.
deluded.
Question time.
No.
We have question time. Who wants to go first?
What the fuck is wrong with the Londoners?
But okay, let me answer that.
You don't want
Joe,
to go ahead and answer?
we
They're
saw.
from
Yeah,
London.
I'll answer. I'll answer. We saw Joe, right? Joe was tearing his hair out after the Spurs game. I'm a like proper ETH out, right? But I didn't even lose it the way Pep was. So I'm surprised he's come here and he's switched again. My guy was pulling his hair out.
I've had some time to reflect.
My goodness.
That's
say
right
you're
after the
not
game.
I'm gonna get the yo-yo for him. Yo-yo.
Not me? Wait, Ken, you said I switch?
What? No. I'm talking about sorry, Joe. I'm talking
Video.
about Joe.
Okay.
The video,
So,
yeah.
Okay.
Question time. Who wants to go first?
Oh.
Question. Quickly. We're in question time, which is our injury time on the show. Who's got a question?
What's our best lineup?
I don't think anyone knows that.
We don't know yet.
I mean, we all have an
Ten
idea
Hag
what
don't
would
even
be
know.
a good lineup.
After 3 years.
Ten Hag doesn't even know. That's the problem.
I think the only missing piece in this lineup count is a natural left back. That's the only thing missing.
What's our best lineup on paper?
That's what I'm saying.
On paper, from what you've seen, like regardless of what the manager is trying to do, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is our best front three?
Under a proper structure.
Yeah, under a proper structure.
Under
what's
Ten
our
Hag,
best
it's
front three?
scrambled egg.
Yeah, I will go with Rasmus up front,
Mm-hmm.
Ahmad on the right,
Mm-hmm.
and Garnacho on the left with Rashford coming off the bench as and when required.
Right.
I won't start him.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would
Do
be
you
my top.
concur? Do we have any
Okay.
concurrence? Okay.
I'd start. The problem with me is I'd rather have Ahmad in the 10 than wide. So I'd have Ahmad in the hole. I'd have Garnacho and Rashford wide. Because Garnacho rarely goes on the outside. He always comes inside.
True.
Or he tends to come inside.
So does Rashford, though.
Nah, but when he plays with Luke Shaw, the problem with Rashford is, it's like what happened with Memphis Depay. Once Shaw got injured, Depay dried up because there was no one going on the overlap. So every time they showed him inside and it killed him. Whereas when Shaw plays with Rashford, like you see a better Rashford because of Shaw's.
Yeah, but
and
isn't that making an excuse? If you look at other teams like Martinelli and Doku and all these players, they don't rely on their full.
They don't need.
They don't need. Do you know what I mean? Oh,
yeah, but they've got a good system.
What's the left winger from Liverpool? What's the left winger from Liverpool?
Jack
what's his name?
The Colombian. No, the Colombian.
Diaz. Yeah.
Diaz does not need Robertson.
He doesn't. No.
But he's a different player. He's a different player. Completely different player.
He's a proper winger. That's what he is.
So Vim,
that's the kind of player he is.
Vim, to answer Joe's question, what is your front three that is the ideal front three for United?
Right. Rasmus probably has to go in the centre. I need to ask, at Bologna, did Xerxes play on the left of the front three?
It was a 10.
He scored. He was a 10.
Yeah.
He's right-footed, right?
And that's what, coming back to what Kay raised as well, Kay made a valid point because Kay was saying that we're playing players in the wrong position. So when Xerxes came, ETH wanted to convert him into a 9, but he's obviously not a 9. Remember when ETH was saying, ETH was saying that, we want him to get into the box more, but that's not his game.
That's not his game, yeah.
That's not his game. He's a 10.
Yeah, because he finished as Bologna's top scorer.
Yep.
Netting 11 goals, providing 5 assists.
Yeah,
so wherever he played for Bologna, he needs to be in that position. I thought it was left wing, so I would have started him if he was left wing. I would start him where Rashford plays. So it will be Xerxes, Rasmus in the center, Garnacho on the right, and we've got to include Ahmad in that team somewhere because he's popping up all over the place.
Right,
and he adds an element of surprise.
Do you know what it is with Xerxes, Ben? 1 minute, Tim. Do you know what it is with Xerxes? He's like Sancho. He needs to get the ball. He's not one of those players that just stays. He needs to get on the ball, pop, pass and move,
Yeah, he doesn't look comfortable playing off the shoulder of defenders.
Yeah,
because he's quite skillful and he's got a big frame. He needs to pick up the ball earlier
and turn. Yeah.
So that's why he's being played out. That's why it looks so bad.
Your front three, your ideal front three that will work for United. That's
my ideal front three.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely my wingers will be Ahmad and Garnacho. Then number 9, that's tricky. I mean, it's almost a toss up between Xerxes and Højlund, but I think I'll take Højlund just because you definitely get more goals than Højlund. So I'll say Højlund, Garnacho, and Ahmad on the right.
That makes sense. Anyone else got another question? We are in injury time.
Yes. Will Erik ten Hag be sacked tomorrow? Yes or no?
Tomorrow, I would say categorically and no. He's not going to get sacked.
I think the big meeting's on Tuesday.
I think if we had
Tuesday,
lost on
tomorrow,
Wednesday,
Tuesday, then after the meeting, yeah.
I think if we had lost on Wednesday and lost today, he would be gone.
Yeah. But that doesn't change anything.
It doesn't change anything. It gives them a state of execution. Like, okay, so there was some resilience somewhere, somehow. That's where they think. You've got to understand they're looking to go after paying 17 million as a payoff.
Yeah, but if we don't make top four,
15,
if we don't make
15
top
million.
four, that 70 million could be 100. And don't forget, FFP. Yeah, that 70 million will be 100 million because you got to remember FFP. If we do not make Champions League, we can't sign anyone. You know that, right? Because we won't have any. Let me finish. You won't have any incoming money coming in. TV, we're already in debt. You know, so making Champions League is a prerequisite to going out and buying players. What we did this summer, we cannot do next summer. I hope everyone knows that we don't have the money to do it. If not, we'll be docked points, serious points.
There's also penalties with Adidas as well by not making Champions League this season.
Yeah.
Okay. Question: Can Van Nistelrooy get us to the Champions League?
No.
Boy, who knows?
Who knows? That's the answer. Who knows?
I think we might get a new manager bounce for a little while, but I think we need a proper number one to come in.
So you're looking at bringing a new manager within this season.
But Joe, like I said earlier, everyone's assuming Van Nistelrooy wants the job. What if he doesn't want the job? Everyone's assuming that. I don't even think he wants the job.
He has to want the job, though. I
don't personally think he wants it.
According to Vim, he gave Ten Hag the side eye in the 52nd minute. And that tells me that they clearly are beefing.
I see Joe and Vim.
I never said that. I never said that.
You did. Yes,
no,
you did.
Someone else said they were arguing.
It was Bems.
It was Bems. It was your guy.
It wasn't Bems. No. It wasn't Bems. Bems is not my guy, right? It wasn't Bems. Bems is not my guy.
You two agree with everything.
Listen.
What should we agree on today?
I swear. Please,
let's come to the show.
Please, if you need to, send me the video. I will edit this shit in. At this point, I will replay the point in which Vim said,
that they had an argument.
Okay. Yeah, there was.
I didn't say it.
Let's proceed. Let's move on.
Anyway, look, if you did give him the side eye, then that's probably a good thing because someone needs to challenge this strategy from Ten Hag and whatever it is.
I know Kenneth is looking at Bems like, yo, Bems. I know Kenneth is looking at Bems like, yo. Yeah.
He's not saying anything. That's why.
No, I know. No, Kenneth, I know you. Bems.
Ask him.
No, because I feel like the comment was made before even Bems came on.
I've think about it. There was a comment made in reference to that. But we will see it in the replay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
We have
what's been said about Bems?
Yo, Bems, did you make any comment about Erik ten Hag and Van Nistelrooy arguing with each other on the bench?
Yeah.
It was
you did?
See? Joe, man.
Yeah, Joe.
I think all these games are affecting your.
ETH.
It's affecting you, Joe. It's getting to you, man. It's getting to you, Joe. Joe's going into hiding now. It's going into hiding.
We have time for one more question. Time for one more question.
Has anyone in? I've got a question, just more generic. Has anyone enjoyed any game this season of Man United?
Yes.
Anyone in any
single
game?
Crystal Palace, the first half. Crystal Palace, the first half. I enjoyed that one. That was the only.
The whole game.
I didn't enjoy just the first half. For me.
Man say like I enjoyed the starters, but not the main dish.
Any other game that was enjoyed this season? Any other game?
Maybe Barnsley 7-0.
Barnsley, oh yes, of course.
Yeah, we'll take that. I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that.
The £15 million squad. That was good training game.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're at that point. Will we
long international
have
break.
a new manager by our next game?
No.
Vim?
Yes. Hope.
So our next game is against Brentford, right?
Brentford.
Against a manager who I really respect, Brentford. And Brentford happens to be my local team.
Yes, they're up near you.
I think they're playing some amazing football and they're going to make us look stupid. They're going to
just like Aston Villa today.
Come on.
I think Brentford's a better team than Aston Villa.
Nah, no way.
Yeah, as in the way they play football, I think at the moment is quite good.
No, it's because Villa played Bayern Munich, or they would have demolished us today.
Yeah, they probably were tired. They probably
So
were.
how
Yeah,
gonna-
but I
are we
think
gonna
Brentford
have
can
Yo,
play
any
some
manager?
good
the
football.
goalpost cannot stay in one
Huh?
position with you guys. The
What?
goalpost cannot
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
in one position with you guys. You know,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
we can't just like, oh, we did a good job, clean sheet, whatever. It's like, oh no, these motherfuckers was tired because we was
Wow.
playing Bayern
You're
Munich.
happy because we got a clean
They
sheet
must have
against
been
Aston Villa?
tired.
Yeah, listen. If the
Wow.
expectation was we were supposed to get slapped and we
Yeah.
didn't, and we
We
actually,
were supposed to be
like,
thrashed today. That was the expectation.
like listen,
Even
no,
though
no,
at
no,
the
no,
end of
wait,
rubbing their hands to see
wait.
them thrash.
I'm not saying that is the standard. I'm just acknowledging
The global
right?
expectation.
Yes, what you thought was going to happen. I'm just acknowledging what you thought was going to happen did not happen, right? You don't
What
have
were
to
you
move,
expecting, Joe?
and all you have to do is
Did you think
acknowledge.
we were going to draw today, Joe?
Did I think we was going to draw?
Yeah, what were you expecting, honestly? What were you expecting today?
Nah, I thought we was going to lose 3-1.
Okay, so like everyone else, we thought we were going to get slapped.
But I am acknowledging we did well. We
8
overachieved
points,
today.
8 points, Joe. 8 points, Joe. You sounded like Ten Hag. We got a clean sheet today. That was
Yeah, we got a clean sheet. Yeah.
Are you happy with mediocrity, by the way?
Because we've had 4 clean sheets this season.
Are you
Wow.
happy with this
Yo,
performance?
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, you will see me less and less on the WhatsApp channel carrying the torch of Erik Ten Hag, because I can see if he was standing firm with what he's trying to do, but I am starting to see him make certain kinds of mistakes that are indefensible. I just cannot. Right. So that said, I'm still riding for him because I don't think it's a good decision at this point of the season. Not unless we have like a real manager ready to come straight in, right? These players, and you know what's the worst part about it? One of the worst part about bringing in Van Nistelrooy, I don't want to see these players tarnish the legacy of another legend, because these guys 10 years from now, right, we're not going to sing any songs about any of these motherfuckers, but these guys are relentlessly gone out and tarnished the reputation of the legends, the guys that had the pedigree to wear this badge. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had the pedigree to wear this badge. They sold him out.
How many of these players played under Ole? How many of these players played under Ole in this squad? There's not many, you know.
Rashford and Lucio.
Rashford,
Bruno,
Maguire, Shaw.
No.
Maguire, Lindelof, Maguire.
No. But I'm talking about the ones that play regularly for Ten Hag. It's only Rashford. All the others are his signing.
No,
Bruno
was the captain.
Yeah, but Bruno doesn't throw him under the bus. Bruno saved his ass season. But he's been one of our better players under Ten Hag in the first few seasons.
Bruno always gives it his all. Even though he makes mistakes, he still gives it his all.
He does try.
But all this throwing the manager under the bus,
not good enough.
These are all Ten Hag's players.
At least he's trying. At least he's trying.
I would get rid of
There's other players who are not trying.
Who?
Anyway,
like
hear this out, right?
Like who?
Like Rashford. Anyway, hear this
out,
else? Right? Anyway, hear this out. So Adidas penalties, if we don't make top 4, is £10 million. Loss of income from Champions League is around what, 50 million per year? So that's 60 million. 60 million potentially of revenue loss. So therefore, it would be profitable to get rid of Ten Hag now at 17.5 million and bring someone else in for the rest of the season.
But that doesn't guarantee us that money that you're claiming we're going to lose.
With the view of trying to get to top 4 and play progressive football, not regressive football. So I think financially, if the upper management are doing the numbers, it would make sense to drop him now, take that 17.5 million hit rather than a 60 million pound hit.
Well,
see my point? That money's not set to.
A great point to end the show on, and we have something to deliberate during the week. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute great show today. On a day United got a point at Villa Park, a place where United were supposed to be destroyed and obliterated. But United got 1 point. Is that enough? Not really. Standard football.
Well done, tonight. Well done.
But it is where United are. 8 points from available 21 is not United standards.
Not good enough.
Is the club we play for. United as a club have to try to understand we are not what we used to be. We used to be champagne in a tall glass, but we are warm piss in a plastic cup currently.
Oh my gosh.
On that note,
styrofoam.
On that note, gentlemen, I want to a big shout out to the UK group. Vim, thank you very much for coming. I know it's late for you guys. Mr. Fortress, thank you. Mr. Smiley, thank you very much. Kay, thank you very much. Bems and Mr. Positive, thank you for joining us today. We shall see you guys during the week. And keep it, if there's any breaking news, if our dear friend of Mr. Fortress has me fired, we will come on show next week and talk about it. I know Ken will be going to church for special prayers to make sure.
Of course.
to bring in Southgate.
Hey, stop it.
Well, gentlemen,
them Southgate stands out there. Kenneth, the Southgate stand.
So thank you very much, guys. You have a nice and great week. Glory, glory.
Take
it easy. Take care, guys.
Good night.